Hi, good afternoon, and thank you again for joining us this afternoon. Bahubali, as we have discussed earlier, is one of the most prestigious films that Dharma Productions is associated with. Rajamouli and his brilliance, and the entire team of Bahubali that have spent nearly 4 years and 400 days making this spectacular piece of excellence. Like I was discussing with Sir right behind the scenes, that he's still actually in the stage of creating content. Special effect work is still coming in. It's still being pieced together. Even right before the release of the film, God knows how many thousands of people are still working on this film as we speak. Today we're going to give you a mild glimpse into the Mahesh, the whole kingdom that was created by Sir. The way he has created this kingdom where thousands of people have worked tirelessly to create it. Statues that are over 1,000 feet tall. A lot of the visuals we've shown you, but this is a new element, a new song that we're releasing today itself for all of you, just to get you into the world and suck you into the energy of this kingdom. The kingdom that will be unveiled on the 10th of July. The tussle that will be unveiled on the 10th of July. The storytelling that Rajamouli is known for. Apart from the visual extravagance and the spectacular film that this is, and it is not only touted, but it is definitely the biggest motion picture made in India. A glimpse into the kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd like to invite the man who created this kingdom, Rajamouli. As we all know that the film will be out on the 10th of July, and we're tirelessly, of course, awaiting to see this labor of love. None of us, including the team, have seen the film in its entirety, and I think Sir's vision is waiting to explode in the next few days for the entire team that have worked for nearly 4 years on this film. In the interim, we want to share all the material with you whenever we come up with a solid unit, and as I said, people are still tirelessly working on creating every single visual. I think this is the one film that has been the most worked at film in the recent past, and we're very happy and proud to have this film in our repertoire, and I'm privileged to work with a man whose mind has a bountiful of energy, brilliance, and I would say cinema forwardness. Thank you again for joining us, and we're happy to answer any of your questions.
We released on vacations and all, तो business में फर्क ज़्यादा नहीं पड़ता था, ऐसा कुछ लगता है आपको?
Vacation तो चल रहे हैं ना?
बच्चों के vacations, हाँ.
नहीं, आई थिंक ये तैयार थी पिक्चर, वो कब से आई थिंक वो रिलीज़ करना चाहते थे, और या हमारी तरह हम बहुत डेट बाउंड होते हैं. उनकी इंडस्ट्री में आई थिंक वो जब तैयार हो जाते हैं रिलीज़ कर लेते हैं, एंड देयर इज़ अ ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी एंड एक्साइटमेंट टू सी द फिल्म. आई थिंक वो तैयार थे 10th of July के लिए, तो हम भी तैयार थे, वो भी खाली वीक था हमारे लिए. एंड आई थिंक कि एक फिल्म ऐसी होती है जब एनर्जी ऑलरेडी क्रिएट कर चुकी है, और पहले दिन जब लोग अंदर जाएंगे और ये विजुअल्स देखेंगे तो उनको पता चल जाएगा कि वक्त जो भी हो, सिनेमा सिनेमा होता है.
Yeah,
and
Karan,
I think, that is most integral.
Karan, what is the USP of this movie?
You have to see it to believe it, really. The USP is every visual on this film has never been seen or created before, ever. I mean, there used to be a time where we've had spectacles and spectacular films like Mughal-e-Azam. But in the recent past, I think cinema has taken a beating because budgets, other modalities and legalities have come in the way of this kind of opulent storytelling with heart and soul. And Bahubali is one huge step in that direction. It shows how that actors can put their careers on hold just to create cinematic excellence. Something that we have stopped doing and should start doing.
This is the first time a big studio has tied up with a film down south. So what sort of release are you planning for the Hindi version of the film?
Well, I think Anil Thadani, who's partnering with us on this, will be the right person. But I can safely say that it will be the widest dubbed film ever. Like in terms of its screen count and I think its visibility, it'll definitely be the highest, like where a dubbed film has been platformed for like the non-South languages. In those regions, it'll be the highest release ever.
This song anta emotional undi. Yem song undi. Cheptavu korcho elaborate pannu.
Thank you.
Making you homely, making you feel homely.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. This is one background song which describes the magnanimity of the kingdom on one hand, and the oppression of the people in the same magnificent kingdom. The lyrics say about the greatness of the kingdom, and the visuals show the oppression of the people. It's the contrast that's been portrayed in the song.
how does it feel when megastar like Mr. Amitabh Bachchan urges his need or urges his wish of being a part of your film?
You can imagine that. I think we were absolutely floored. All we wanted was just a small best of luck, one word from him, nothing more than that. To ask that, Rana went to his house and he showed him the trailer before the release and some visuals of the film, and Mr. Bachchan Saab said, "No, I'm not just saying one word about that. Get me a camera, you stand in front of me, I need to talk about the film," and he talked about it. And there are no words to express our feelings about what he told.
It's also been said that Bahubali is an Indian version of the Hollywood movie 300. So what's your take on that?
I don't know how the comparisons can happen because it's a completely different film and this is completely different film. But if you take it in terms of the kind of impact that 300 had on the audience, and I would surely hope Bahubali will have the same kind of effect on the audience. Apart from that, I don't think there is anything similar between both the films.
But this film took actually approximately 3 years for the making, right? So you have been planning Shuddhi for a very long time. If 3 years, work can present a fantastic film like this, what is Shuddhi going to be like?
Shuddhi is already, I think, 3 years. It's completed 3 years in the making already. Shuddhi has crossed the making of Bahubali already without being made. It's a new kind of history we have created with Shuddhi. A film that has not been shot has already been in talks. So as I said the last time when we were here at a press conference, I said that the next time that Shuddhi will be discussed is when I have something to show. If you find me an actor that will give me 3 years or 4 years of his life, I'll make Bahubali. And with Rajamouli sir only. Because I have tried to today in this press conference to pin him down that he has to make a Hindi language film, dual language of course, but he has to make it with me and nobody me. So I would beseech all of you to convince him to do that.
No one needs to convince me, Karanji, on that.
Done. Signed, sealed, delivered, we have announced our film. Anything he asks me to do, I will join hands with, because I believe there are very few filmmakers like him that can put their lives on hold, that can actually put all their energies, their passion into a piece of work. I don't have that capability. I haven't done it. I'm as much of a victim of circumstance as much as many other filmmakers and actors in my industry, and I'm not proud of it. I think that we are all about economics, about controlled budgets, about combating costs, and very less about storytelling and conviction and passion. And if we don't change that very soon, we will be a dying force instead of a force to reckon with.